Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today I've got the PXG 0311 irons. Quite excited to hit this one actually because it's a very new brand in an old space. A space that is possibly pretty clustered and cluttered already. All the major manufacturers kind of have this space tied up really, don't they? But PXG are trying to muscle in. Let's see what it's all about. Let's get stuck in. So the PXG 0311 irons, we're getting I've got to think about this, it's a thermo elastic plastic. I'm going to even check what it is inside it because it's a thermoplastic elastomer which is injected into the club for feel, they're saying. Also very thin faces across the face on this one. It's also saying it's a forged iron with these tungsten weights all around the outside, which is kind of like a signature look for this club because you get it in the driver as well, to offer as much support and weight in the right places, possibly moving it a little bit more CGs away from the heel, moving the weight a little bit lower and out towards the toe, to get the centre of gravity a bit more in the centre of the head, I would imagine. This is almost a kind of, it's a bladey look. And when you look down at the ball, it's not the thinnest kind of profile, so I wouldn't say it's the best looking iron I've hit by a long way. Medium top line, medium sole. Let's give it a hit, see what it feels like. It's certainly trying to offer some pretty new ideas in the space. Thermo, plastic, elastic. I mean, it's amazing. And if you watch the website, you know it's about, they're not scrimping on anything in design, no cost, and they're just trying to build the best golf club they can build. Don't worry about the cost, basically, is kind of what it's suggesting. Let's give it a hit. Now I've got some real ball data on this one, which we'll show in a second, but that feels as good as anything. What I like about this club, even though it's not the best looking, so if you want classic kind of bladey looks, this isn't going to offer it. It offers some level of appearance. I always like something that's quite different as well. I like the fact that it's a new brand out there really going for it. But that feels as good as anything, absolutely anything I've hit ever. It does, it makes a hell of a lovely sound off the face, like really nice. Yeah, quite like that. I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers on this one. Let's give it another hit. That feels good. Feels really good. I actually remember I can't remember the name of the player, but I walked around the Masters actually with a player who used these. I saw him, it might have been Henley, but I might be wrong there. But I remember seeing him using them. He had a funky swing. Can't remember, he's a really good player, had quite a funky swing. And he was using PXG, I'm sure, which is one of the first times I kind of came around them. Let's have a look at the numbers. Yeah, I mean, it's got the polymer-y thing inside, it's forged, it's got these tungsten weights. It looks okay, but feels delicious. Like, really nice. Absolutely loving the feel of that. I could hit that all day long. Let's check the numbers out. Let's see if it actually is doing anything. Right, so I'm hitting a 7 iron here and I'm getting 163 carries. That's a pretty decent number. Spinning at 5.5 on the 7, so the spin actually is dragging for a 7 iron down off that club, I imagine through the CG placements of it. Launching at 18 degrees, so it's launching high and spinning low, which is why I'm getting that the high end of my 7 iron distance. So you can buy into these clubs how you want. You've got the ball to stop the other end. I mean, that will stop the other end, but it certainly won't stop as much as like a true bladed club. But then I do quite like that number on distance. I mean, they're pretty good numbers if you understand what numbers you can get out of a club. And if you can sacrifice those spin. I mean, I've played with 5,500 spinning 7 irons before, and I can get away with it. I certainly don't get them ripping back as much as I would with a kind of true bladed one. But like I say, I like the fact it's going at 163, and I love the feel of that. I love the feel of that. I really do. You've got to try and hit them. I mean, the biggest problem with these kind of companies is getting distribution almost, isn't it? I mean, how many of you have seen this in a pro shop? Probably you've seen it online, but not seeing it in pro shops maybe, which then makes you not try it. I can't imagine anyone hitting that club and not saying, wow, that feels really good. What is that? It does feel nice. PXG, it's not the prettiest girl in town. It looks fine. And with these bolts around the outside, it's quite industrial, but it feels good. And the numbers are good. It's interesting to see where they're going. A new company, can they get up there with the big boys? Let's see, it'll be an interesting one. They're certainly going to have a good go at it with that club. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more videos. Find me on Instagram at CrossfieldMark, also on Twitter at 4golfonline. Find me on Facebook, Mark Crossfield. Thanks for watching, post comments as always, and see you soon.